Guys, just a reminder to use Upside to get discounts on the rising prices of gas, and you can also use it at restaurants. We have a special code that gets us both a discount. We'll list it below. For example, we just saved 10 cents a gallon on our fill up. And by the way, the app is free. There's no charge. Sign up today.
Good morning, you guys.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Welcome back to our channel. We are checking out some Florida springs north of Gainesville and around that area. We're really excited to take you with us. We have a new toy, a little underwater camera, so we're hoping to show you some underwater action in addition to showing you all the stuff we see above the water. So we hope you join us today.
Go stick! Ooh, yeah, yeah, I got a stick. Ooh, yeah, I got a stick.
Well, we're not in Gainesville anymore.
I wonder what kind of miles per gallon he gets.
Look, we have to stay back the same amount we're supposed to stay back from the bison.
Your destination is on the right.
The blue hole is closed due to an alligator.
Is that the one you wanted?
That's where we were gonna swim. It's well known, and it's closed because of an alligator. I guess I don't want to go in if there's an alligator, but that sucks. Alright, so welcome to Ichetucknee Springs. It's always a little stressful when you've never been somewhere before and things look a little uncertain. It says this way for launching, but it doesn't look like the greatest road. But I don't know what else we can do. We have to get to the launch if we're gonna do our kayak. So hopefully somebody's here that I can talk to and
What did you learn?
nothing, because the guy that was working here left in the van. I didn't know he was leaving.
All right, so after some back and forth and talking to some people about what the best options are, we decided we're going to inflate the canoe? Kayak.
We have an inflatable kayak.
Here at the north entrance. And Ichetucknee. And we'll just paddle around for a little bit, see what it's like, and then maybe we'll go the whole way down south and get a ride back, or maybe we'll simply take it out up here and that'll be that. So we'll see. Here we go a-kayaking.
All right, ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
There are some narrow passages in this little trek.
This might not be the best place for an inflatable kayak. Did you get footage of this?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hopefully our kayak makes it back without any holes in it.
He's doing his little dance.
Get it.
drifting through here pretty good. There you are.
Yeah, this is my kind of kayaking. Let the waters take you.
The upper portion of the Ichetucknee River within the state park is a national natural landmark, perhaps the most pristine spring run in the state and best enjoyed by canoe or kayak or paddleboard during the cooler months.
We decided to do a little change of plans. We decided just to go down the whole thing here, and hopefully we'll be able to get a shuttle back.
Or else Otter's gonna have to walk.
So we made it to Dampier's Landing, which I was under the impression they would shuttle you back up to the north from here. So someone just told me that's not the case, so I'm walking up. I think there's a general store up here. I'm really hoping we can figure this out, that we're not going to be stuck down here. So this is where they load up the tubes. I got to figure out if we can get a shuttle here.
Now we have to carry the kayak 5 miles back to the van.
Yeah, this isn't the best setup in the world. This feels a little bit like a comedy of errors. I'm not sure. I feel like they haven't really labeled things to make things very easily here. We weren't sure where to go when we got out of the water. Then Steve got a ticket to get a ride back to the van, but then he was waiting in the wrong place. It took several different people to finally tell him where he needed to be. So now we're just waiting. He's gonna go up and get the van, and I'm just waiting here with the kayak. Alright, so Steve's on the shuttle now. I'm just deflating the kayak, so I'm ready when he comes back down to get me. I think the jury's out still, if this was all worth it or not. It was pretty cool, but we'll have to talk about it when he comes to get me. See what he thinks. Got it almost finished put away. Just a little bit more. Still waiting on Steve. My chauffeur picked me up and I threw the kayak and stuff in the back, so it's a crazy mess. The messiest our van's ever been, for sure. Now we're heading back to the north side again, the north entrance. So here we are, back again at the north entrance. Hopefully gonna chill out for a little bit. And later, we have some van life friends coming to meet us here. Some Canadian van life friends.
Alright, so we're back at the van. Had a chance to put away the kayak. Now we're making ourselves a late lunch.
Yeah.
So what do you think of your kayak experience?
I'm not really sure. I'm pretty beat right now. You guys probably think we're wusses, but I feel exhausted. We hurried to get here this morning. We got here, what, around 10, do you think?
Yeah,
Took us
roughly.
Took us a good hour to figure out what was going on and to get our kayak set up. And what we did was beautiful, but I think because we didn't really know what we were doing and what to expect, where we were going to end and all that and how it was going to work, it was a little stressful. And then trying to use the new camera and get shots that we can share with you guys, all kind of, don't you think, kind of compounded, and
Yeah.
it was a little stressful. But it was good. Then, like I mentioned before, we got to the other end. We weren't sure if it's where we're supposed to be. We weren't sure where the shuttle was. And I don't know, it was 13 something for Steve to get a ride back here, which is kind of crazy. But I guess for the experience, it's worth the 13 something. What do you think?
Yeah, being rookies, I think there was just a lot of unknowns for us. So we kind of went back and forth on
where to launch the kayak. Hindsight being 2020, I think I just would have taken our time. We because we weren't sure what to expect, we were kind of like buzzing down a little bit faster than what we needed to.
Well, it's hard with the current too. It's kind of hard to slow down and stop and really enjoy it.
Yeah, I think definitely I would recommend a hard kayak. No, I'm sorry, paddleboard. Because there are some branches here and there. I think that added a little bit of stress because we didn't want to puncture our inflatable kayak. But it was beautiful what we did see.
Yeah.
We could have, again, just taken our time.
Although it's now after 3 o'clock and we are just eating now, so I don't know if we took our time even more, we might be really hangry.
Yeah, definitely maybe plan on packing at least some snacks.
You're not supposed to. You're not actually supposed to take food on the
Oh,
water.
really?
So I don't know. That's why probably I feel so exhausted because we had only had cereal this morning. So I don't know. Maybe if we got in here right at the opening and got right out on the water and then back in time for lunch, so we could have taken our time more. But yeah, it was definitely beautiful though. Now I'm really looking forward to going swimming in the spring. It looked really pretty. When we got here, there was nobody in it. I'm hoping it's not too crowded. All right, it's time to go swimming in the spring now. Time to cool off. If we're not afraid of any gators. Can I use it for like a little bit, please?
My hair comb.
It's a little chilly. It's beautiful though. The color is beautiful. Steve's over there inching his way in. Come on, you can do it. Yep, come on. Alright, it's time for a little hike. We're gonna go check out the blue hole. Ready?
See if this hole is really blue.
So it felt really great to cool off in the spring.
Yes, it did.
A little chilly, but it was really nice. It's too bad there's so many people there. When we first got here this morning and getting ready to kayak, there was literally nobody in the spring. We're thinking maybe we'll come back another morning and check it out and hopefully avoid the crowds again because it's definitely a popular spot. There are some neat trees in here. Check out this one up here. Check that out. I wonder why it's like that. If it grew over, I wonder if it grew over like another tree and then that tree rotted. Perfect circle.
Did you enjoy that camera work? We almost had it. I was thinking, instead of calling this blue hole, they should call it tree hole. Get it?
You're always thinking. It's a dangerous thing.
I have no idea what that means. It's an overhead environment.
So if we were scuba divers, we could go down in the caves. But we're not. And I think it's actually, supposedly it's closed because they said an alligator, but I don't know if that's the case or not. And there's no one here to enforce it, so. So I think this would actually be more impressive and more blue if it were during the day when the sun was higher up and shining down through the water.
We were told that the park had actually been recently closed for removal of the alligator at the Blue Hole. The coast was now clear, but we didn't have our swimsuits on and weren't particularly interested in swimming here after seeing it. kitty paws. I know kitty knows. Hi, Gray Gray.
We're just making some dinner here in the van. It's a pretty hot week here in Florida. It's been in the 90s. Thankfully, it's not too humid, but it is pretty hot. So we got the van open, trying to let the air flow through. I think we're gonna actually take our dinner and go and sit at a picnic table. Hopefully that'll be a little bit cooler.
Nice.
Ew. That's gross. Alright, well, we're back on the road. Our friends that we're meeting up with are a little behind schedule, so we're actually going to meet with them at our overnight parking spot. We found it on iOverlander. It's a little different than where we usually stay. Not a Cracker Barrel. Hopefully it'll be okay for tonight, and we're looking forward to seeing our friends. So this is the spot here. Not what we were expecting. Usually at a boat launch, there's like a parking lot. So we really don't have any other options right around here for parking. We're trying to figure out if this is gonna work or not. There's 2 residential places. I don't know.
I don't know either.
So what do you really think?
Well, I guess you just roll the dice, and if you get the knock.
And where do we go?
Yeah, that's what I always like to have. I always like to have the backup when you do this type of boondocking. Is to ask yourself, what's the worst case scenario, right? Someone comes and the best of the worst is that police come and say, hey, you got to move. The worst of the worst is, vandals or some kids start trying to rob you or whatever.
I don't get a sense of that here.
No. So if one of those worst case scenarios were to happen, what do you do? Where else? What's plan B?
There's not much around here.
It doesn't sound like we have one. And I didn't see a whole lot on our drive in. So.
There's a Tractor Supply and a Subway that I saw. There is one other spot on iOverlander, but it's all the way back near the park, and we're like 25 minutes from there.
At this point, I guess we just wait till our friends show up and see how they're feeling about it.
Yeah.
Go from there.
We'll see. This is a really pretty spot here, and there's some deer right up there in the water. Well, this is definitely a pretty little spot. And I can see the deer. Can you guys see the deer straight up ahead? Right there. He's actually looking this way. Just put his head down. We're definitely not at Cracker Barrel. Where is it then? Oh, it is. Look who it is.
Make her right on Bow Tramp Road.
What is it? I don't even know what it is.
Boat Tramp.
Oh, boat ramp. Oh.
Boat Tramp.
Here's one going through my shot. Oh, nice. Here's some fireflies. For video, there's an app that you can let it stay for long enough for video.
So is it the exposure you're supposed to?
I have a pro setting where
So is it supposed to be more exposure?
Exposure would just let more light in. And then if you're moving around, it's going to be shaky probably, but you could try it. See, mine actually, I can change the ISO. So we got to see some fireflies, and now we're hanging out with Jamie and Lisa in their van.
Hello.
There's
So
Lisa.
happy we got to see you guys again.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see you again on the way out.
That'd be awesome. So that's Lisa.
Yeah.
And Jamie over here.
We had a really lovely time with Jamie and Lisa, getting caught up and talking about life on the road. As always, thanks for watching. It means so much to us. We hope to see you next time.